Go live to Jerusalem now, speak to our correspondent there, Noga Tarnopolsky. Noga, how serious is this for Gallant and Netanyahu?
This is extremely serious. It's serious as an indictment of them, as the civilian leaders who have directed this war. The specific charges are very serious. The one that's being noted in particular is the charge of using starvation as a weapon of war, and also simply the charges of intentionally targeting civilian populations. These are extremely serious charges and extremely serious crimes if they're proven. There's also an interesting aspect to this. Many people are saying that this is also an indictment of the Israeli judiciary that attempted to defend Netanyahu and Gallant at the International Criminal Court. But that analysis misses a central point, which is that the Israeli judiciary, in particular the Attorney General, for months have been warning Netanyahu that the only way he can stave off these indictments is by establishing an independent national commission of inquiry, which has always happened in Israel. Netanyahu refuses. He's clearly very afraid of what such an independent commission might find regarding his own actions before and during the war. As a result, he himself left himself and Gallant exposed to these charges.
And Noga, I see this afternoon that the office of Benjamin Netanyahu has described these warrants as anti-Semitic. Tell us a bit more about the kind of political reaction there's been today.
The reaction has been very, very harsh. Netanyahu calls it a modern-day Dreyfus trial that will end in the same way. He also accuses Karim Khan, the prosecutor in The Hague, of being a corrupt chief prosecutor, is just trying to cover his own crimes. Across the board in Israel, the president of the state, who does not belong to Netanyahu's party, the leader of the opposition, basically in Israel, across the board, this is being referred to as an anti-Semitic crime. Mostly, I believe, for the reason that Netanyahu is the first democratically elected head of government to be charged in this way. But again, we have to return to the fact that Netanyahu has been attacking his own judiciary, has refused to allow an independent commission to arise, and in that way left himself exposed.
Noga, let's talk about another story that you've been covering recently. This also concerns allegations of criminal wrongdoing by this government, but these are allegations from inside of Israel, and they refer to an aide to the Prime Minister Netanyahu. Just tell us a bit about this story.
Yes, an aide to Netanyahu called Eli Feldstein, who has been under arrest under very harsh circumstances, arrest without access to his lawyer for most of this time. He was arrested. We found out he had been arrested as a security prisoner in early November. We see him here in the image. And after weeks of kind of swirling rumors, today he has been indicted for the crime of intending to harm national security. This is a crime which, if convicted, he will get a life sentence for. He is extremely close to Netanyahu, as you can see. And he's just one of aides and assistants close to Netanyahu who are being investigated in a case of stealing top secret documents, tampering with those documents, and then implanting them into foreign media friendly to Netanyahu.